You're not on the field, court, or ice. You're on the couch. From PG to DC, this is Coaching from the Couch with your host, CWall. Delivering coverage for all DC sports teams from the hometown perspective. Nats, Skins, Mystics, DC United, Washington Wizards, Caps, Bowie State.
My name's CWall, I'm a PG girl. Down for my skins, I don't know if you heard. If you like watching sports, then I am your girl. Sit down on the couch if you not on the field. Cold on the ice, pick any sport that you want. Know that I cover it tight. What would you like? From baseball to football and more. The list can go on the whole night. Big shouts out to my HBCU fam. Never forget who I am through the wins and the losses, the highs and the lows. We gotta stay strong, so I stay 10 toes. Make the competition back. The way I kick it make them mad, man. CWall and we live and direct. Sit back on the couch and relax. Come on.
Good evening and happy Thursday. Welcome to Coaching from the Couch live from the WBGR Sports Network studios. I am your host, CWall, and welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I am here with CWall team member Joy. And we about to cut up. We gonna cut up. First of all, I don't know why anybody would leave just her and I here to talk about these here DC sports teams, because this could go on much longer than 30 minutes when we talking. It's about to be a party. It's about to be a party for sure. So, as always, we always have to, after we welcome you, make sure that you are sharing this show with your DC sports loving family and friends so that they can join in the live conversation. As always, you can catch the show after, but love reading the commentary and everything during the show as well. So I need to pull it up. You all know I'm a little challenged when it comes to technology sometimes, y'all. Don't charge it to my head. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know what's going on.
So while you pulling that up, we got Daryl Kinsey, Matt, Sabrina.
My WBGR fam, Daryl Kinsey is online. My mom is online. Sabrina's online. Matt is online. Ro is online. Everybody's here. Everybody is here. Awesome. So, hey, let's get started, you guys. At first, sometimes I don't know who I'm going to talk about first, but I'm just going to go ahead and get first some good news. Can we just start with some positive news? Start on a good note. We have to talk about the legendary, I'm using the word legendary, Redskins former head coach Joe Gibbs in being elected into the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Oh my gosh. I mean, you know you like that. When you in different sports, you just Hall of Faming it out.
Yes.
Congratulations, Coach Gibbs. How awesome is that? That was some terrific news. Made me smile, which is a good thing. Mm-hmm. That's not often, depending on the topic. And of course, when I'm here with you all, I smile all the time. But yeah, y'all don't see me when I'm crying. So.
Crying over them
Crying over the Nats. Listen, I told you all, right, at the beginning of the season, the beginning of the baseball season, I said something isn't right. Something doesn't feel right. And so many of my fellow Nats fans assured me it's going to be okay. The bats will come alive. They're going to be fine. It's the beginning of the season. It's a long season. And for a minute there, that was true. The bats started to come alive. Things started looking up.
For only a minute?
For a minute. And just like that storm that blew over the DMV earlier today, that was pretty daggone bad, it's a storm just sitting on top of the Nats. It just down on them bad. It's really horrible. And so those of you who know me, and I've said this on the show before, I am not a huge advocate for Davey Martinez. I'm just not. Here's the thing, though. Here's where it gets complicated for me. Because instantly, I mean, it's already grumbling. Okay, is Martinez going to get fired? Is he going to get fired? Is he going to get fired? And the first thing I would say, knee-jerk reaction is absolutely. And I'm not changing that stance. I'm right. I'm not going to come up here to change that stance right now, because there hasn't been any improvements at all with the Nats. And injuries, yes, the team has definitely been stricken with injuries. But we're still seeing so many issues that they had last year. The same things that they were supposed to have been working on during spring training. And I don't know what it is. Because here's the thing. Martinez is here I go with my soapbox about nice people. He's a very nice guy. Great guy. Super nice guy.
But you gotta win games.
But nice doesn't win you games. And there's a disconnect out there. You don't have the star-studded fanfare of, Bryce in the clubhouse. So everybody has to deal with the authority, right? Something is just so off. And I'm honestly not sure how much longer Davey Martinez has.
You mentioned Bryce. I have a question.
Can
one person make or break a team? Honestly.
No. And here's the thing.
Okay.
That's an excellent question. In my opinion, I will always say no, because that then defeats the entire purpose of a team.
Right. Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. But the thing of it is, some of the issues that are being had were issues that they had when Bryce was here.
Okay. So we're just not improving.
So we're just not improving as a whole.
Right. Okay.
And that is a challenge for me. As Matt says here, they are not motivated. Kevin Motley says offense and Martinez is not effective with this squad. I wholeheartedly agree.
I agree too.
Martinez, he's not effective with this team. It's off.
Yeah.
And you see it every single game. They lost again today. What else is new? My Nats are 19-31. Ooh, this is not good. And so I had to start off on that note because they played earlier today, and I seriously just do not know how much more time Martinez has.
Tomorrow they play. They're gonna have the fireworks. They're gonna be juiced up. It's time for
no, they're not. Maybe they will be. Maybe the fireworks will help. Maybe the crowd will help. And let me just say, shout out to all my fellow Nats fans. You all are still coming out there to the game. You're there. You're there, and you're cheering the team on. And that's what you have to do. But it's not good. It's not good. I said, people want Dusty Baker back. I don't even want to get on my Dusty Baker soapbox because Dusty Baker shouldn't have been gone in the first place because he wasn't the issue. But at the same token, now we're seeing. I feel like the proof is in the pudding. Now we're seeing, that Dusty wasn't the issue.
No. But
a lot more issues.
A little bit too late.
It's a little too late. That's 2 years too late. So there's nothing we can do about that now. Absolutely nothing we can do about that now. So is pray and hope that the fireworks motivate somebody out there.
Motivation can take you a long way.
Motivation can take you a long way. A long, long way. So let me jump to, we talked about the Nets. Let's talk about the Washington Wizards. Where do I want to start? I guess we start at the top of the week. We'll start with, we've been talking the last few weeks about the GM search, the general manager search for the Wizards. Top candidate Tim Connolly has decided to stay with the Denver Nuggets. There's been some conflicting reports. that there was a meeting on Friday that went very well, and he was offered the job. Then the Denver Nuggets leadership just gave, Tim an offer he could not refuse, and he stayed with Denver. Then there was reports that the offer from the Wizards didn't come through until over the weekend, and the Nuggets had already said, listen, we'll do whatever we got to do to keep you. Don't leave. Then there was other reports that said, yes, the Wizards talked about the job, but never gave an exact offer. Never said, here's the years, here's the money, here's exactly what we're going to give you. Regardless of which story is true or false, he ain't here.
Right. And also the Wizards are dragging their feet, it seems
Like, listen, it's crazy. It's so crazy to me. Your number one candidate is staying put where he is. And let me just say this, because I really honestly feel this way. He's got a good thing going in Denver. I'm not shocked at all that he didn't leave. I'm not shocked at all that he did not leave. I know some fans are very disappointed that Tim did not accept the job. Whatever happened, we don't know really exactly, but he's staying in Denver.
And we know that.
And we do know that. And I would just say, I wouldn't have left the Mile High either. I mean, here's one thing, and I've been saying this for the last few weeks. Coming into this Wizards GM position, this is going to be a hard job. Okay, this is not a piece of cake. So for Tim to have walked away from Denver, I mean, he operated that. He's worked that. He's drafted those folks and made the right trades and picked up folks in the free agency, and they've got something great brewing over there in Mile High. Okay. So it would not have been easy for me to just walk away from that too. I know there were reports that Tim Connolly was telling people that working here would have been his dream job, but hey, who knows what was right and what was wrong? Because here's what I can say about the offer situation. Offer or no offer, nobody's heard what the specifics of said offer even were.
Right.
So it lends me to believe that there wasn't any specifics talked about. Mm-hmm. And hey, what do we know? And talk is cheap.
Yeah.
So we have a great meeting, but if you let me walk out of there without any details, without any, hey, as soon as I walk out the door, whoever else wants me can have me, quite frankly, because I'm not married to this, I'm not tied to this.
Very true.
So I think that's what happened. So now we're looking at, still got the potential of Danny Ferry. You still have the potential of Troy Weaver. You still have the potential of Tommy Shepard, who has been operating as the interim general manager for the Wizards, just now being the official general manager. What also happened today, which might make things a little easier for whomever, I don't even want to use the word easy, because this is not easy at all. And it's still complicated regardless. Bradley Beal did not make the All-NBA team. He did not make any of the All-NBA teams. Okay, so now he's not eligible for the Supermax contract. Okay.
Wow.
So now you don't have to deal with the potential of having to pay him and John the Supermax. And there's been so many grumblings about trading Brad that I just can't take it. I don't want. Let me just say, he is the only asset on the team right now.
We need to do whatever we can.
I have to stick to my guns. As much as I love John, I have to stick to my mottos and the things that I like to say. And the best ability is availability. So Wall is unavailable right now. So therefore, Bradley Beal he's the asset. So could you make a great trade for him? Absolutely. But who is making the trade? And that is, I don't know what's happening, you all, but what I do know is that there does not seem to be a sense of urgency about this issue, and that is a problem for me.
Kevin Motley said Weaver and Shepard need to get Wall out of there.
Well, I mean, hey, I don't know who's going to pick up Wall's contract. That is a mean contract to pick up on somebody that can't play right now.
And not a good investment.
You need your immediate return on an investment.
That's
if you're
right.
going to spend that kind of money, this is just DC family talking, right? We all family. If you make that type of investment, then you definitely need to get a quick return. And so I see Kevin saying Brooklyn can use them, but there's been grumblings about Jimmy Butler going to Brooklyn.
Right.
People want somebody that can play right now. That's the challenge. That's the
Especially
problem.
when they're paying.
Especially when they're paying. If I'm stuck with this, if I'm stuck with this, then this is what we got to do. I'm in a perfect world, everybody. Can I tell you what my vision for a perfect world could be?
Please tell us what your vision
My
is.
vision is that J-Dub and BB3 could be the best backcourt that they thought they were before. That they could truly be that.
Yeah, that's the hope.
If that is the hope. If you could just wait a minute and just go through the development period. Keep Brad, John, let's get back healthy. All those things and be what you thought you were before, right? You were pretty daggone good. It was like you was almost there, and then things just went haywire. That's what I would like to see. At the end of the day, the chances of that happening are slim, though. So, but that's just
I want to go back to what you said last week about whoever getting the job being able to select good talent in the draft.
It's
now,
huge.
If you get JW, Bradley, and then those good picks.
You got to use your picks. We can't
Right.
keep trading away picks. And I think Ernie might have traded away our second pick this year. Somebody help me out. I don't know. He traded away something of value because that's the type of stuff Ernie did. So he did something that he should not have done
And we gotta pay
in terms
for it.
of the future.
Yeah.
In terms of the future. When we're talking future tense, Ernie Grunfeld put this organization in such a bad position because it was nothing but short-sighted, very short-term, right here, right now. He was not a visionary at all because we're screwed in a lot of ways messing around with Ernie. But he's gone now. But the thing of it is that I told y'all my perfect world. If you trade Brad, to who, for who? And then so many people have issues with Scott Brooks as a coach that this is just a mess. It's not. And so that's what I want to share with my fellow DC family, Wizards loving fans and friends. So, right. Thank you, John. I knew somebody was going to help me out here. No second round pick until 2023. I knew that we gave it away. I try to block stuff like that out of my mind, but I don't know. So this is going to take some time. Whatever happens, there's no quick fix for this. And I still, two very important things that I would love for this general manager to be, has to be I'm going to keep saying it every single week, y'all. Highly skilled talent evaluator. Please be able to see it. Please be able to see it in these players. Please. And you have to build a culture. You don't have to be an authoritative figure, but it has to be a culture conducive to mutual respect. It just can't be a culture of anything goes around here. Right. Those two things I would be happy with. Who exactly could do that? Again, the number one, the prime candidate is no longer available. We talked about the three that are available. We don't know. Again, I would love to see Troy Weaver get an opportunity. Tommy Shepard is in the position right now, so it honestly, you all, would not shock me if it just was Tommy Shepard by default, because that's who's operating in that position right now. So I don't know. Kevin Molly says he see Brad going to Houston. Everybody wants Brad. He's a hot commodity. I mean, everybody was vying for him before the trade deadline earlier this year. So I just do not know. Whew. Got me hyper. I don't know. Brad didn't make the All NBA team. But I mean, this is a conversation for another day, but I know he's upset, but whomever is the new GM they were probably like, whoo, we ain't got to pay. Keep his miss that one, dodge that one, because he was definitely eligible for top dollar, you know. Moving on to the Redskins. Redskins fans, check in. That's Joy's favorite topic.
HTTR.
So, I had the privilege, I really, really did, to spend Monday at the first day of OTAs, which was, it started out great for all of 15 minutes.
Uh-oh.
And then, as everyone knows now, of course, Reuben Foster was injured. He's out for the season. Tore his ACL.
And what play was that?
The third play.
My God.
The third play. And it was just, that was crazy. I mean, it sucked the air out of the whole field. Everybody was like, what just happened? And I want to give, when the Redskins first picked Reuben Foster up off of waivers, or after he cleared waivers and they picked him up, I had a lot to say. One thing y'all gonna learn about me, I'm very transparent with you all. So I had a lot to say about Reuben Foster and his off the field challenges. And I was a little torn myself about, the Redskins want to deal with this, they want to deal with that. But you know what? You accept it. Everybody deserves another chance. He's here. Here's what I can say. He was absolutely ready to prove himself on this team and was beyond grateful that the Redskins had took this chance on him. He was devastated on Monday. Nobody was more hurt than he was at that moment. Nobody was more hurt than he was. And while he was in pain, I think he was in some emotional pain too, because he was very ready for this moment. Very ready. So, prayers out to him. Shout out to him, because he was here, he was getting focused, and he was really starting from a clean slate as far as him and the organization. Everything else is behind him. So that was tough for many different reasons. And so, not to only say, here we go with the injury bug again.
We're starting out on
IR. You starting out, Redskins media, we getting IR lists already. Like, how we get here? And as a result, the Redskins picked up, who did he pick up? John Bostic, who's a former New York Giant. Or no, he's a former Steelers. He was with the Steelers, he's with the Steelers. So Bostic was released in April after the Steelers were able to get Devin Bush in the draft. So he did well. He's a solid pickup. I don't have anything negative to say. He's a solid pickup. It's not of course the excitement of having Reuben Foster, the potential of Reuben Foster, right? But he's a solid pickup. So welcome, John. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
He was solid last year, recorded 73 tackles, 2.5 sacks, 14 games. Solid.
Stick with Reuben over the healing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't answer that. Like, I really don't know. I mean, the thing with Reuben Foster is he's got a history of injuries, unfortunately. That was one of the things that, was kind of my thing too. Like, he's got a history of injuries. So it's tough all around to say. I think the Redskins would give him a chance because, you can't help stuff like that.
Right.
We were out there.
Right.
You can't help that.
Right.
As much as you want to help it, you can't help it. You can't help that at all. So we'll see. I'm going to just say we'll see. But it's absolutely possible that they would give him a chance. Another chance next year after the healing, go through rehab and all those things. But that was tough. That was a tough break right there. It's May, and you already out for the season. So that's tough.
That's heartbreaking.
A lot of conversation around Brandon Sheriff. Gotta get this Brandon Sheriff deal done. Brandon Sheriff absolutely wants to be a Washington Redskin. And he absolutely should be. And, you know, he shared with our good friends at NBC Sports Washington, JP Finlay, that he's not worried about it. He knows that it's going to get done, and he's going to keep playing. He's not going to let that impact his play. He's ready. And so hopefully they've been talking. But here we go again. We talking, but what are you saying?
That's right.
So until something is nailed down, it's not nailed down.
Stop dragging our feet on these contracts.
You gotta stop dragging. You know, you gotta stop dragging. And Cameron has joined us. Hey, what's up, Cameron? Can we just give the quarterback job to Dwayne Haskins already? See, I wasn't even going to go there. I wasn't even going to go there. But since Cameron has brought that up, then we have to go there. Cameron, that's the direction we're going to go in for you, buddy. So here's the thing. Dwayne Haskins looks really good.
Really, really.
Case Keenum looks good, too.
For 33.
You just, look, see?
My bad.
Cut up. Dwayne Haskins, I'm telling you all from my point of view. I know you've all heard it and everything, but this is my perspective. He's got the persona, he's got the swag, he's got the look, and he is
The real deal.
Yeah. It's not a fluke. So anybody who knows me, take my word for this. It's not at all a fluke. Now here's the thing. We were just talking last week. Was it last week or the week before? About giving players the potential to develop. But I don't really know. I mean, hey, if there's a clear, better performer at the position, you got to go with the best player available. You got to go with the best one out of the two.
Did I see Alex Smith throwing?
Alex Smith was out there with that contraption on his leg. Trust me, Alex is not playing. But he's there for support. And that's great.
That's good, yeah.
That's great because I'm telling y'all, last year he had before he got hurt, I'm telling you all, he had such a leadership presence. I mean, he's got it. I can pick up on that leadership swag anywhere. And I was like, oh, when Alex walked in the room, you're like, oh, yeah, he's got it.
So we know.
True veteran.
That the quarterback, whoever that may be. Haskins, excuse me, will have a support system. And that's a great thing.
Oh, for
seen
sure.
in a while from the Washington Redskins.
For sure. Let me tell y'all something. It looks to be... They're building the development. They're trying to get the family oriented. The development that is what it looks like.
Right.
If it didn't look like that, I wouldn't tell y'all that. Right. I just can't bring I wouldn't even say it because it wouldn't have came into my mind to say. But it's good to have Alex there for everybody.
Right.
You know. A lot of the veterans were not there. Everyone knows OTAs are voluntary, so everyone doesn't have to be there. Right. Ryan Kerrigan, that guy, you just gotta love Ryan Kerrigan. I remember I was giving him a hard time last season, but you just have got to love his work ethic. Oh my! He's such a boss out there,
right?
And the guys just look up to him. They love him, and he's so serious. He's just,
that's great.
And so it was great to see him out there. Chris Thompson was there. Morgan Moses was there, but he was not in uniform. So it's just, and other players were there as well. I mean, Landon Collins was there. We're almost at our time. Y'all know I really get into start talking about this stuff. It's just, starts just daydreaming almost. But but things are looking up. Things are looking up. Before I close out, I have got to give a shout out to my cousin Kayla, who graduated with her law degree today from New York University. It's not the University of New York. It is New York University School of Law. congratulations to you, cousin. I love you very much. Everybody, I will see you all next week so we can continue the conversation. Have a beautifully blessed Thursday.
Sports is what we do. It's the fast track at peak speed, moving across the ice, block